Awesome. See, I think, you know, all you guys are, that's awesome. And by the way, I shot Clay a message because I wanted to interview him too. I think you guys all have good stories. And he normally responds to me, but he didn't this time. Maybe he doesn't like the camera.
He's a snob.
So no, that's cool. So on the back end then, since you knew that Daylight would be the title of the record, did you work to make that one feel more commercially acceptable? Because when I listen to that, I feel like that's, although don't get me wrong, the record is awesome. I feel like that was the one that said, hey, put that on the radio.
A lot of the things about this record kind of happened as it went, and that's the other beauty of doing something for yourself, doing your own record, because you forget, you know, when you're doing a band record, it's all about the band, and we want everybody to be well represented as a musician, and the songs, you know, come first above all of it. So the songs have to be represented, and it's like, well, did I play the right thing here?
Yeah.
You know, does it sound like us? And those questions happen. They happen as well on your solo thing, but it's all on you. You know, so you have to direct the you know, Boston Range doesn't need direction in any general sense, but in my record they were looking to me like, what do you think of that? What do you think of this?
And you were just like, do it.
And I'm like, yeah, well, sometimes, but then I'd be like, well, let's make it specifically here. The producer would come out, and that's what I did for 10 years after Brighter Shades started to stop playing. I produced records, and you know, so it's like there's these many hats that you have to wear. There was a point after I'd chosen which songs to do that Daylight struck me in terms of title, because of the reason I just told you. It was because it's like, this might be the way that I feel about this record, that it's that I have, you know, started to see some light creatively, and there was another moment in there where I was singing a harmony, and a couple years ago we just lost my choir director from First Baptist, Jimmy Cutrell, and it was at that point that I thought, you know, this harmony that I was just singing made me think of him and made me laugh, because I heard his voice, you know, talking about harmony, and I was like, that's it.
Was it on Daylight?
I don't know if it was that track.
Okay.
I actually don't think it was.
Because at the end of Daylight, there is one harmony towards the end that is, it's phenomenal, and I'm not gonna try to sing it, but it's definitely something that it didn't feel like it would be the norm harmony. It kind of went under everything, and I just thought that was absolutely beautiful.
Well, cool. Thank you.
And so that song is full of good harmonies, and also I Will Lay Me Down is another great tune.
It could have been when I was trying to harmonize against Levi, because it switches, or Zach. It might have been one of those lead harmonies that I was singing against when somebody else took lead.
Yeah.
And it might have even been Baby Goodbye, because that one gets really tricky. And I just saw Jimmy and thought of him, you know, from just being a child, being a teenager in Daybreak Choir, and working through harmonies. Daybreak was the name of the choir.
Yeah.
Daylight, Daybreak. Yeah. But well, you know, so there's lots of little tie-ins there, and the record came together pretty organically that way.
Yeah, that's awesome. So before we head into the wrap up, something I meant to ask you earlier. Obviously, you're in a great position right now where you are musically, in my opinion. Were there any other missed opportunities in your past that you felt like something could have happened this way, and because
well, every choice we make, you know, means that we left other choices behind. Yeah. I've had a lot of rough patches, you know, and I've had a lot of victories. Yeah. I've lost some friends, and I've gained a lot of new ones, and some things just can't be helped. And
yeah, absolutely.
And you try to minimize the tough choices, and you try to maximize the ones that are gonna put you in a position where you're gonna be creative and thrive. And
yeah.
And so yeah, there've been a lot of choices that I wish had turned out differently, but
well, you just struck something in me. You know, when people are talking or getting to a point of success, they often say, oh, you know, I won't change, but you almost have to change. The people who are around you, who, let's say people who were hanging out with you 10 years ago, some of those people would probably say, man, he's changed. Because if
Sure.
they call you now, they might not hear from you. But you're in a different environment now. So do you ever deal with any negativity like that? Maybe from family members or old friends who just think that you're supposed to call them back and let them ride the tour bus with you?
Once in a while I get a little negativity back from that, but most people realize that time and place exists for a reason, and there may be an opportunity where I'll see somebody out at Home Depot or something, and we can have a chance to high five, but we don't have, you know, the priorities that my family sets for me are ones that I don't always dictate, you know, personally and completely.
Yeah.
So I need to balance all of those, and while it'd be nice to catch up with everybody I know,
Yeah.
there's just no way. I have 3 girls that need my attention, and I have you know, a loving wife that doesn't get to see me as much as I would like, and I'd love to go have a beer with all my buddies, but sometimes it's just not the cards, and you know, beyond that. It's just a matter of everybody moves to a different spot.
Yeah,
everybody
absolutely.
grows, and everybody learns from mistakes and makes choices that help them become happier people, I should hope.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm trying to do.
Sounds like this guy's a Home Depot fan. Building tables and invoking them.
Yeah, right. I am.